These people love me. They do anything for me. And in that, you lower your guard and boom, you got hit. DegloireSpace signing in. We are often told to watch out from negative comments because negative comments make us feel bad about ourselves. You know, somebody tells you something you don't like to hear. That person is an obvious enemy in our minds. However, the opposite can also be used on you. Praise. Think about it when we're dealing with kids. Sometimes to try to get the kid to do something you want them to do, you praise them. You know, I remember one tactic to make us eat is, wow, look how strong you are. Come, you got to eat some more of this because it's going to make you strong. And the kid's like, yeah. Now this, we're praising them for an action, for them to do what we want them to do. And the same thing happens as we get older. This doesn't change. Sometimes somebody who's trying to manipulate you will use praise. So now manipulation can be good, can be bad. For example, let's just say you're at work and your work requires that a particular position to be filled by you. They'll come to you, they'll tell you how much good work you have and how happy and proud they are of you. And they'll say to you, you know, after they soften you up with this, they get you ready, they warm you up, the oven's on, you're put in the oven, now, you know, that metal is ready to bend. They'll come up and tell you, you know what, we're very happy with how you are. Now you're listening to this, you're like, yeah, I'm happy now. We think you should do this. And then you'll be like, yeah. And it becomes easier for you to take that role. Now here, the reason I'm telling you this is like, for example, that one is not a bad, but that one is not a bad move. It can be a bad move if you get taken by it and then you take up a role that is not for you, a role that you don't really enjoy. You just did it because they asked you nicely. And when I say nicely, it means after they praised you. And here we need to talk a little bit about praise. There are two ways to disarm someone. One, criticize them to a point where they feel so bad about themselves. Two, praise them to a point where they let all their guards down. And so you need to be careful of that. Somebody's praising me. Now you could do that to yourself. When someone praises you, you let that hit your ego and then you're feeling like, wow, I'm amazing. If you let that get to you, you got your center right here. Now your center is very important. The problem with the center is it's boring. We'd rather somebody take us up high or take us down low. Of course, when that happens, that fluctuation, that you feel like you're alive. Whereas when you're at the center, you kind of feel like, what's happening next? So it is very common that one way that you get manipulated is through praise. One way that you get blinded is by praise. Think about the friends that have said very nice things to you and then they do something to you that really hurts. And the reason they can get through you so easily is because you let your guard down. Your guard and your awareness. Now instead of guard, let's use the word awareness. You stopped looking at these incidences as human nature. You started looking at them as, oh, this person will do anything for me. You know, there was a famous song back in the day. It was called The Backstabbers. You know, they smile in your face every time they want to take your place. The Backstabbers. Beautiful lyrics. You know, because these people, they're looking at you, they're like, yeah, you're good. And you're like, these people love me. They do anything for me. And in that, you lower your guard and boom, you got hit. So, praising. When someone praises you, you take it. It's nice. It makes you feel good. But two things. Don't let it drop your guard, drop your awareness, and don't let it get to you. Now, the other problem with praising, and this is something maybe if you're a parent or a coach, if you keep praising and praising and praising, you will not get ready for when tough times come. If somebody is used to their ego being stroked all the time, when a tough situation, when a harsh situation happens, guess what? They're gonna crumble. They're going to get crushed. I know one of the things people say is modern upbringing creates fragile egos. And maybe it does, because these days nobody misses out. Back in the old day, I'm not saying the old days are better, okay? But you kind of got more realistic approach. You know, when you're at home and your parents, oh, you're the best, you're this, you're that, and then you go out to apply for a job and they say no. Or you go out to accomplish something and other people don't care who you are. You know, your parents love you. Your parents have told you how good you are. And then you go out in the world where there are randoms, there are strangers. You're not that good in their eyes. You're a stranger. You got to prove yourself. They're going to reject you. Praising has two negative aspects that can arise from it. One, it can make you lower your awareness to where danger can come from, and thus putting you in a difficult situation where you are prone to getting hurt. And the other one is it could get to your ego, where your ego is so proud that when you feel something negative, you get crushed. Now you might say here, so what do I do? You know, how do I get myself in that center spot? You know, a word I'm gonna use that I haven't used before is meditate. When I say meditate, I don't mean it in that way, oh yeah, I'm sitting down, listening to some guy tell me how to breathe. I mean, that can work. I'm not saying that doesn't work. I'm just saying that isn't necessarily what you need to do. The simplest way I think about it is sit and organize your thoughts in a way that, you know, you sit there, close your eyes, or, you know, don't close your eyes, just let the thoughts run. And as they're running, if they tell you something too good about yourself, smile at it, but let it drift. If it tells you something negative about yourself, smile at it, but don't get taken by it. It's all about that, and that place where you don't get taken, that's the center. That's the part where you need to try to hang out there a lot. Hang out at the center, because at that point, you kind of understand that, hey, disappointments can come and promotions can come. Both can be there. And both are gonna happen to me, so I might as well be able to watch them both. Don't let myself get taken by this one, and don't get taken by that one. DegloireSpace signing out.